Hello and welcome back to Bluebird Lane Creations. My name's Tiffany and it's time to get creative. So we are almost done with this blue journal. Tonight I don't have a specific project in mind. I'm just going to take all my little tids and bits that are off to the side right now, and we're just going to start working in here to get this one finished. My next episode will be hopefully just wrapping up the closure and the cover. I want to do something here. I don't know what yet, but we'll be wrapping that up. And then I'm going to, next week, I'm going to show you the printouts of what I'm going to start my next journal. And I'm really excited about it. It's just beautiful. So I'm just going to open this up and get started. We'll probably work for about 30 minutes, maybe 40, just doing various things in this book to get it going. So I've got off to my side here, I have some coffee dyed doilies. I've got some of my little cutouts that I did out of some lace that I have, which we put one of those applique things on the front here. This was not an applique, actually. It's cut out of a piece of lace. I've got a couple packs of ephemera. One is from the Digital Hobby Helper. That's these kind of blue tones. This one is from Collage Type. It had these blue flowers in it there. So I've got those were printed and cut out already. I have all of these little pieces of lace. This one I actually sprayed with Blueprint Sketch Distress Spray. It was probably the same color as this. And I just set it on a piece of cardboard and I sprayed it, and you can even see on this side it's not as done because I only sprayed one side. I thought that would be fun to try. We've got some cheesecloth. I have some other ribbon that I found that I thought might go in here. Let's see. Oh, I brought out my paper ruffles that we created in an earlier video. I thought it'd be a good time to start to put some of those down in here. And a couple of my cupcake liner embellishments with those words on fabric that my dear friend Angela at To Restore You has graciously gifted me and allowed me to use on my projects. So that's what I have sitting off to the side. Oh, and all of these things we cut out of the masterboard. So we've got some different size journaling cards, or I might turn these into pockets. I don't know yet. I've got some papers off to the side that we can make pockets out of, but just all these little tags and stuff. So we have a ton of stuff sitting around to work with, and I even have some more of this gold thread sitting here. Just looking at what I have around me that I might grab from and showing you guys. I have all kinds of goodies around me. So we're just gonna start going through here and seeing where I might want to put some things. And let's see, I think I'm just going to start from the front and work my way back. So some pages we won't be doing a lot to. I mean, it might just be as simple as adding something to the page, you know. We've got one of these cupcake clusters here, so I don't want to do that here. But we might just, you know, on a page like this where there's lots of journaling space, it doesn't need a lot. So I'm going to open these and kind of get them out here so that I can access them more easily. We'll just kind of set those up here. And let me open this pack as well. Let's get those out. Ooh, that's a tight fit in that little baggie. Okay. So I'd already inked around the edges of those. But I'm wondering, okay, so let's see what we've got here. What if we combine a couple of these things? Let's see, I don't want to cover up too much. Well, this could be fun. And then we could even make that into a tuck. Okay, let's do something like that. So I'm going to put glue on just two of the sides, and I'm just double checking which way I want this. I am going to be using hot glue today because I want this to go rather quickly. I want us to be able to get a lot done. Well, I might use my art glitter glue for some of this paper because I don't want it to be too... Okay, yeah, the embellishments, I'm going to use my hot glue. Paper to paper, I will probably just go ahead with my art glitter glue. So these were those paper ruffles where we used a little bit of stenciling on before I sewed that down. And let's see, do we want a little something else on this? I'm just going to kind of look and see. I've got a little scrap of lace here. Do I want to cover my ruffle though? I guess if I put a little something there, I won't really be covering it. Let's see. Just trying to think what else I have at hand here. Got some of these little stamp stickers. These are kind of shiny. I don't want those. I've got some little gals. Let's see if we can find one that let's see, that I like for this. It has to be kind of one of the smaller ones. Let's see, I'm kind of liking that gal. Let's do that one. I'll set these aside in case we want any more of them. Now this is a sticker, but I'm not even going to peel it because, let's see, where do I want? I'll let the lace stick out a little bit. I'm not going to peel the sticker because I don't want to have to stick it to something, and I don't think it's going to stick really well on its own. So we're just going to leave the backing on there and make it work. Hopefully I'm on screen here. Sorry about that. Probably got my book pulled down here a little bit. And I just want that lace to be able to hang off just a little. Alright, so we've got a little tuck spot there. Let's see about a tag. Maybe I want one with a little bit of blue at the top. Just make sure. Let me check this one. Kind of like that with the writing. And then I've got a little scrap or two of this fabric we could put on there, or let me cut a little, sorry about my reach here. Let me cut a little piece of this and see, I think I'm going to add that. Alright, let's just bring in the hot glue, and I'm going to glue a little piece there. I'm going to put my more even side on the front. And we'll get a little bit on the back here. Put in a little bit more on the back because I'm going to put extra down there. Just pressing it down, it is coming through a bit, but that's okay. That's fun. And then there's journaling space on the back there, so I like that because it kind of pulls this color upward, so that's fun. I think that's cooled off enough to not stick to the page. And we've got something there. All right. I'm going to use my little book weight here and see if we can add something here. This journal definitely has a religious vibe to this. The person I'm gifting it to is a religious person, and I think that faith is something that's very important right now in gifting this to this individual. So it means a lot to me, and it's going to mean a lot to her. So I'm not going to read all these out because I know it's not for everybody, but it is what's happening here. All right. Just using my art glitter glue will grip really quickly on this. I'm just holding it down for a minute. I'm just looking around to see if I want a little bit of something extra on this. I have this really cute lace. It's probably like flowers. Well, maybe we could do it that way. That's cute. So let's see where we want. Let's see. Cut right here where this big flower is. It's a little cold up here tonight, so I do have my heater going. It might kick on and off. I have a little space heater up here because my crafting studio is above the garage, and it has the heat and air from the house, but the garage pushes cold air up here. So okay, and I'm just gonna tack down just behind these big flowers, just a little dollop, just to make sure it stays in place. All right, I'll go back and pull my little, oh, it looks like it didn't get glued right here. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now on this is just a little pocket, like maybe I might put some coffee dyed paper or something in there. And it's a little fragile, so I can't put much, but I'm thinking that we can put a bit of this lace on the edge here. So I think I'm gonna do that. Oops. All right, I'm gonna turn this a bit so that I can see what I'm doing, and you guys can see what I'm doing. I think I want that pretty close to the edge, but it's gonna go right here. All right. And it looks like I might need another glue stick if I can remember where I keep it. All right. Don't know that we'll need it, but I want one out just in case. All right, do I want a little something at the bottom here? Let's see what I have. If I do, I think I want something wider, or maybe two things. I think here, oh, that's cute with the little angel. What if we put a little something like that? We can even leave that as a little spot. Let me just glue this down real quick and then we'll go from there. Like I said, this bag is really thin, so I don't want to put too much weight on it, but a little is going to be fine. I'm just kind of making sure that I'm straight at the bottom. This glue sets up really quick, so there's not a lot of move around time, and that's okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can put one of these little flowers in here too. I don't want to cover up that house because it's so pretty. Let's tuck a calendar in behind it. Like that. That's cute. And we can just put a little ticket and a postage there. I wonder if we can maybe I think these little metal ones, I don't know if I have to clip these. I'll just take my scissors. I think that's going to work. So, let me position this guy where I want it. And then I'll get some hot glue all over the back of my ticket here. I'm going to put a little bit extra because I want it to position over top of this leaf and still grip. So I'm going to weight that down for just a second till it attaches so that my leaf stays in place. Just curve that up just a little there. And then I'll take my little postage stamp and we'll add that guy on. Oh, that was almost a catastrophe. I almost dropped that one. Alright, I got some more tickets in here. Okay, just putting my stack back up here so I can see it. Setting my hot glue gun back up, and let's keep going. Now, just wondering if we can add something onto here without making it too much. I'm going to fold this doily in half, and I'm just trying to find a good spot for that. So it's kind of like an altered paper clip, but there's not going to be a paper clip in it. We're going to actually glue that down. I think that's pretty. Okay, I'm just looking around to see how else I might choose to embellish this. I'm going to go ahead and get some glue just all over this. And I'm going to especially go right around the edge at the last bit here because I want that to stick down. Now this is going to be tricky because we don't want glue to get to where this pocket glues shut. So I'm going to hold that in place and just kind of glue down this back part, add my top on, and I'm just pressing this together without pressing it down to the back. Let me get my glue pin in, and I'll just come back to this and make sure it's good and stuck down. Let's see if we can find a little something to put here. That might be too big. What do we have that's a little smaller? That could be cute. Since this is going to go paper to paper, I just changed my mind. I think I'm going to put a little lace on the back side of the stamp. I'm going to clean up the end of this lace and just snip off a little bit of that to go on the back side of my stamp here. Just to give it a little something extra. I'm going to go ahead and put a little more glue on the back here and position my ticket because I just want to be able to see, you know, some of these numbers, some of the flower, just finding a good spot for that. Okay. Oops. I got glue strings, guys. I got glue strings. All right. And I'm just going to get this a little hot glue all the way around. And I'm going to put this a little bit towards the bottom here, but on that doily. Yeah, like that. I'm just pushing that glue as flat as I can, making sure my other part's not sticking to that. Okay. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Gotta remember I have this gold thread, and I feel, oh, sorry about that. Adjusting my sleeves and I bumped my camera. Okay, moving along. This is a really, really thin piece of paper, so if we do anything here, I think it's just gonna be completely glued down to that. And I think something like that'll be okay. But maybe I want to save the postcards for little tucks, so I'm just looking for another piece that can go on here. Just a pretty piece. Oh, I like this one with the little corset. It's pretty. Let me think here for a second. Might be able to put like a little bit of this. We'll just tear one of these doilies up a little. And this will be one that we can kind of use to give something a little flourish. There we go. Okay, let me put a little bit of glue here so that we can get this exactly where we want. And I like it right there. I feel like when I'm looking at this, the way that my mind's thinking, like I see this lace on the top part of the corset, and I'm thinking this kind of mimics that a bit. So that's where my thought process is going. And I am going to go ahead and just hot glue this one. Let me get my other glue in here. Oops. Got a little hot glue on the desk. That's okay. Okay, I'll just put that down here in the corner. Okay. Just gonna do a little hot glue cleanup over here off screen. And let me get that other glue stick in there. Okay, we're squared away on the glue stick. Now I gotta remember I have this too. We'll see. I'm not sure if that's the right color blue, but we'll see. So just a little something on that. It is kind of heavy, so you know, we could put something up in this corner to make sure it's not folding as much to give that some support. But let me see. If I have like a big, you know, this might help it have some more substantial feel to it if we glue something like this in here. Let me see which ones I have. Let's see, that one was kind of a misprint, that lighter one. Those are all tags and such. Ooh, I like this one. I like this a lot. So let's do art glitter glue on this one. I'm not putting any embellishments underneath this one, so I'll just glue it straight on there. I'm going to turn this just a hair so that I can see where I'm putting that. think I need just a hair under this corner there. Didn't get it all the way out to my corners. All right. Just going to hold those corners down for just a second. All right, so that kind of gives our page a little more support, with still plenty of writing space. So, all right. Okay, we do have, I just think this image looks so beautiful against this color, but I don't know, does it get lost? I mean, so I'm just going to look at a couple things that we could do here to bring it out a bit. We've used this paper to make a pocket in here before. I don't know, it might be too much. I'm trying to imagine. Cut off a bit. Let's see, what if we just put a little bit of lace behind one side? That's really pretty. I'm going to trim that right about there. Do I want extra? I think I'm going to add a little bit of cheesecloth. I'm just trying to build, a little bit of texture. So, and I'm just looking at this. I'm not committing, right? We're just looking through here to see, building these layers, what it looks like. This cheesecloth is being temperamental. We'll just let it do whatever it wants because we're not even gluing it right now. See, I think that looks really good with that little extra bit, and we can even come in here with some gold threads. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to just start from the bottom. Normally I would put this on the back of my picture first, but I think I'm going to make sure it lands where I want it to here. So I'm just going to do a strip of glue, and we're going to get this guy laying where I want it. I'm just tapping it into that hot glue. Okay. I'm going to use my book weight here. See if we can have it hold. There we go. That'll work. Now, I'm going to plug my glue. I always forget to plug my glue, and then it's going to get clogged. So, oh, glue pins. Okay, now we've got this guy. I'm going to try to spread this out one more time. I don't need it to go all the way top to bottom, but I would like it to. Sorry, I hit the camera again. Sorry about that. So we'll just get a few beads of glue and just see what we can make happen here before it dries. Let's see if I can get one more little drop right down here. So I think the way that I'm going to do this is also a sticker, but I'm not going to peel it. I'm thinking I'm going to do art glitter glue for most of this, and then one strip of hot glue. Because I don't want it to be too thick. So, okay, I'm going around 3 sides plus most of the back with the art glitter glue, which is clogging up on. Okay, there we go. All right, we'll just get this good and covered. Then I'm going to come in real quick on this side And I'm just gonna get glue all the way to the end. Okay. Then we will flip. We will put into place and press it down. Now it grabbed a little bit more of that cheesecloth than I wanted, but I'm just pulling some loose before it gets too tucked into place. And all right, this is looking pretty good. Oh, I was gonna, darn it, I keep forgetting this. I was gonna put a little bit of this in there too, but that's all right. It's looking pretty good like that. Do I want another one of these? Yes, yes I do. So I'm just gonna get some glue all over this, and it will stick this guy down too. I have one of these on that first page in the journal, and it's just so pretty. Very ethereal. So I know this doesn't really leave much writing space here, but since we have some here, and I just really, I know that the person for this journal is going to love this. Okay. One more done. Oh, we got the middle of the book. Okie dokie. What do we want to do here? I might leave this as writing space, but what I'm thinking, let me just make sure this piece is square, and I think it is. I think I'm just going to, I'm going to tear this way. And I'm just going to tear it to about there. And I think I'm just going to glue this down as a page accent. This will not, maybe I'll make it a tuck. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm going to make it a tuck on one side, and then we'll embellish it a little bit. So let me just take a little bit of ink to the edges here. This is Walnut Stain Distress ink. Okay. I'll just go around this edge too, just so if there's any white core showing, that we take care of that. Okay, so I'm just going down two sides of this, just the sides that we did not tear. And I'm going to start at the corner and get this stuck down as evenly as possible to the edge of the page. And even if I get a little bit of glue on the page below it, it's okay because the glue will dry clear. It's one of the reasons that I love art glitter glue so much. Okay, so now we do have a little tuck spot. We can just, let's see, kind of like that one. We'll put that in, and maybe one of our little postcards. I have a couple of postcards down here. Let's see which one we want. Oh, that one's pretty with the butterflies. Yeah, let's do that. So, what do we want on the front here then? I'm gonna get, you know what, let's do another one of our paper ruffles. Maybe we'll do this one because it kind of matches. I think it's actually the same. Is this one too big? Yeah, that one's just a little too big. That's okay. I'm just looking at the different ones to pick the best, I think. Oh, I had this little darker blue one. Do I want blue on blue? What if we broke the blue on blue with some doily? Decisions, decisions. I think I might use this. It's just, these are ready. Let's do it. I'm going to glue this on and save us that indecisive, quick decision that we might regret later, because this one is already done and beautiful. God, I love the sound of these cupcake liners. They're like little chocolate liners I get, you know, for like candy. They're smaller than cupcakes, but I just love them. Okay, and do we want just a little something up here? That's pretty. Yeah, I think, well, let's see. What do I have in? Got a bunch of unfinished little tags and stuff. I think these are all mostly tuck items, so I definitely want to pull something out of here. I feel like I should have stuck with my first. Yeah, let's go back to this. Let's go back to our original plan. I like the look of this little image of her against this color of paper. It really looks good. Then I do have just a little, I mean, I know that these are supposed to be flowers this way. I guess they do look better that way. I'm going to put this little bit of those on there too. And then I think we're going to be winding up our time here because we're at almost 40 minutes. We might have time for one more. Okay, let's get a glue across the bottom there and put our flowers there. That worked out good because the short one and the tall one frame her out really well, so that's kind of nice. And then we'll do the same as the other. We'll come back and just put a little dollop of glue on the back of these taller ones. So if I pulled that one, just to make sure that they stay stuck down as the pages are getting flipped and moved around. Oops. Fun. All right. So I guess we made it to, well, we didn't even make it through our first signature. Okay. Well, I may do some decorating outside of us being on here together. I will be doing a final flip through, but I have the coolest closure idea. I have never seen it anywhere, so I'm hoping it's an original. But join me next week because I am going to do something on the cover, and we'll do the closure and kind of get this thing wrapping up so that we can start on our next project. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that not having like one specific project, I hope this was fun. Let me know in the comments if you liked just joining me on a randomized decorating, and I might do that, when I'm wrapping up a journal and doing that final run through of putting the rest of my stuff in. I might just pop on and do that together. And if you're not a subscriber, I'd love if you hit that subscribe button and join me next time. And if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support on my channel. It's been amazing. I've enjoyed getting to know everybody, and I hope to see you all next week. Thank you so much. You have a good night.